Shalom, shalom. Let me just double check everything working. That's a lot. Wow. All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's your brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, and here we are once again. All right, and hey man, there's a lot of things that we could be reporting on, but ultimately we try to I try and the brothers definitely do, the apostles and so on and so forth, focus on prophecy. All right. And it just so happens in particular that I've been reporting a lot on this situation, on these situations that's been happening, through the spirit. I've been feeling like this is a very, very important thing that's been going on that could kick off some stress, some let me see, some hard, some straight times can come sooner than later behind these different things, which ultimately is all in the Lord's time. But as we can see, there's a lot of stuff happening back to back to back to back. Back to back, back to back. It's a lot. It's going on. Derek Chauvin, Dante Wright. Then now this woman, this little chick here. It says here a day ago a boy was shot in Harlem. All right. This lady's remembering her son that was shot. All right. And the time of Jacob's trouble is coming upon us, man. All right. And they're gonna use this. Uh, who knows exactly how they're gonna use this? I was speaking with someone and they said basically, that they think that what they're gonna do is, someone's gonna rise up and gonna say, well, look, we're gonna take all the guns away, and then there will be no more, shooting deaths and all so on and so forth. And that's really when they're gonna drop down and drop the hammer and really just push forward everything that they want to push forward. Now that's probably gonna take some time, you know, to take all those guns away, because Esau's not with that shit. All right, but the point is, we're seeing this type of stuff ramping up, and through the spirit, this year has been coined the hastening of the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and we see different things really moving at a rapid rate to set up the framework for the persecution, set up the framework for Jacob's trouble, set up the framework for the MOB, all right, or the mob, the Mark ass beast, Mark ass beast. We're seeing all these things setting up these frameworks, all right. But right now, I'm gonna stay on the focus of Jacob's trouble, all right, because right now that's what we see being set up is Jacob's trouble, all right. We're seeing glimpses of it. This is preparing your mind for the type of things that we're gonna see, the type of things that are gonna be happening during Jacob's trouble. Let's get Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas." Matter of fact, let me see. Jeremiah 30, okay. Um, in 5, it says, "For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." You see? So men don't have babies. But why do I see all these men trembling and shaking? You know how a woman get when she having a baby? This troublous look on her face. She's going through turmoil and pain and strife, and anguish. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Why these men look like they giving birth? This is crazy. Verse 7, "Alas, behold, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." You see? So this is the time that's coming upon us, man. It's the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, I'm going to read this. Daniel 12:1, okay, because this is the time that's to come. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time." So never was, since there never was, since nations were upon the earth, there's going to be a time like it's never have been as worse as it's going to get during this time, okay, of Jacob's trouble. "And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." All right. Every one of the elect is going to be delivered. All right. Every one of the elect whose story is to make it on the chariot is going to be delivered, because some of the elect will be martyrs, but they shall rise with Hamashiach first. The dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. All right, and you see it. I'm not even going to read too much into it. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this about it. A lot of Jake. There's going to come a time where there's going to be even a further divide between the 2/3. It said, let's get it. Now I'm gonna read this a lot. I'm gonna read this second Ezra 16, and I'm gonna start at verse 69. More than likely, nope, 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." Okay, this is coming. All right, they're gonna hate the nation of Israel, because the simple fact is, which I spoke briefly, and I try not to make the whole lesson about the dream that my wife had, but she did have a dream where Jake is gonna turn into wild beasts out here. They already are wild beasts, but Jake is gonna turn their aggression from primarily being against their own people into the other nations, primarily being Esau. Okay, the scriptures say, "Who shall rouse him up?" in regards to Judah. All right, Judah is a lion's whelp. He is an old lion couching down. Who shall rise him up? Roughly paraphrasing, and the Lord's rousing up Jake. Okay, these monstrous beasts. All right, as the scriptures say, monstrous women shall bring forth monsters. All right, and that little woman, and this is the thing. A lot of people, a lot of Jake. This is one of the reasons why our own people are gonna hate us that are in this truth. All right, because that little niglet, that little woman, that whatever you want to call her, man, she was being a monster, running around with that knife trying to stab people. Okay, now we don't know the whole story, but once you take up that level of aggression and you start trying to go out and you are angry enough to start stabbing on folks, the Lord is not with you. All right. That's not the scriptures say, all they that take up the sword shall die by the sword, or shall perish with the sword. All right. The Lord is not calling for us to be in that spirit. All right. Vengeance is mine, saith Yahweh. Okay, you start going around and going a stabbing spree, the Lord gonna let your ass die, because that's not what He have ordained. The hunters come later. Okay, we're not on no carnal, victory on this side. You just going around. I'm gonna get that nigga. I'm gonna stab that nigga. That nigga pissed me off. Well, if your ass died, that's because you was outside of the realm of what the Lord wants us to do at this time. All right, that's why she died. You ain't supposed to be doing that shit. All right, let's continue. All right, verse 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. All right, yeah. So you can agree with these. You can get down with the devil, okay? But that shit gonna turn for wickedness towards you. You're gonna die. For that shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. All right. So of course this is going to be against the men of the Lord and the believers, but as a general way of speaking, we're the people of the Most High. We're the people that's always in, that's in these quote unquote these churches, these harlot houses. All right, they quote unquote fear the Lord, which really they don't fear the Lord. All right, but as a people, they what does it say? They honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Okay, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall it be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. All right, because this is the thing about it. These people, our own people, are gonna be mad at us. They're gonna be mad at us as well, because there's a lot of things that's gonna be set up to where they're gonna be angry with us, our own people. For number one, they already can't receive. People that know they're Israelites, a lot of them already can't receive the speckled bird aspect. They already can't receive that Jake look like the other nations. They can't receive that the Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, that they're actually Israelites. They can't get that. They don't get it. So that's one aspect. One aspect of the dream my wife had was where they was like, if you was friendly with so-called white people, then they was mad at you. They was coming after you. Well, that's going to be, one of the ways that we're going to be tested, because we got brothers in the camp that look like so-called white people, okay? So even if they end up accepting Latinos and Native Americans, the speckled bird jakes, they're gonna start catching hell too, right? Unless it is what it is, man. The Lord, if you're the elect, the Lord shall be with you. But just speaking as a man and speaking on that dream, all right. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying. Okay, and like I said, then shall it be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Okay, hear, O ye, my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. All right, so this is coming. Okay, which I'll probably save that for the end. All right, let's read Second Ezra because it's about to get real crazy out here. Okay, Second Ezra 7. All right, I'm gonna go. Lakia. So Ezra's here. All right. He was talking to the Most High about, you know, he saw what was going to happen in the end times. And he's like, well, look, man, how can I be saved? Okay. All right. Oof. Not be moved. See here. All right. Then in the eighth night was my heart vexed. Okay. Boom. Enoch, Leviathan. Yeah. Let's read this. Second Ezra 6 and 54 says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And I'm getting to my point. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us, and to devour us, all right? And this is in all ways, pretty much, physically they kill us, they take our resources, but we thy people whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Okay. And that's what Jake be saying, like, damn, man. All right. And so this is when he began to talk about what Jake got to do in order to make it in. Basically, it's not going to be easy. You got to go through this. You got to go through this shit in order to make it and be glorified in the kingdom. All right. All right. Anyway, let's get down to the point, which was 60. And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cured with his word and put out the multitude of contentions, there should be very few left per adventure of an innumerable multitude. All right. So basically, man, these people, they don't please Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're not seeking the Lord. All right. They're not looking for the Most High. So the Most High is going to just have to destroy him. And Salaki, I was reading through there, trying to see pretty much what I wanted to get into. Okay. But basically, Ezra was just saying, like, look, what's going on? Like, everybody's dying. What are we gonna do? Who gonna be saved, Lord? Everybody has sinned. Well, yeah, we've all fallen short of the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But when you start taking these stances of, you know, just being like, look, man, there's no reason for you to be out there trying to stab somebody. You're stepping outside of the protection of Yahweh Shem Yahushua when you get into that level.
Breaking tonight.
I don't even know if I can really play this, but as you see the slow motion video, She was about to stab her, you know. Oh, okay. Boom. Who knows where she was about to hit her with the knife? She looked like she was aiming towards her neck or head, or you know. And this is the thing about it, you know. As it happened, they were saying like, "Look, you know, oh, she's a child. She's a child. And really, a child, really." But she wasn't acting like no child. She wasn't acting like no child. She was acting like a grown person, a grown. Which really, you're an adult, you know, after you menstruate. All right, and this big grown thing looked like she was, you know, she was past that. She looked like a grown ass woman for real. I couldn't tell that was a child till they said that she was a child. She was about tall as, you know, about tall as that dude over here. About big and tall as him, bigger than him, you know. So it is what it is. Not trying to justify these devils, but look, man, just prepare yourself to see more of this. Just prepare yourself to see more. All right. I feel like I done went on a decent amount. I was looking at through these scriptures, so hey, hopefully it was edifying, you know, and wasn't dragged out too long, but you know, this is what we have to prepare ourselves for. You know, it's gonna be a lot of stuff like this happening. All right. Psalm 91. All right. And 1 says, "He that dwelleth in a secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Salakia. I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. All right, the missiles. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Stand in this word, obeying to the best of your ability the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which include being wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. All right, when you become out of that realm of being harmless as a dove, you're susceptible. All right, now the Lord may have mercy, but you're susceptible. Okay, or you're in danger of judgment falling upon you. That's just the truth of it. You step outside of that, you're in danger. But I'm not gonna read that Ezra. I closed it already. I'm gonna read this one. Verse 5: Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Okay, the missiles and the other things that'll happen, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Verse 7: 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder. The young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. All right, nobody's going to be able to come against the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Why though? You know, because ultimately it's a gift. But let's read this. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Okay? You got to depend on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Nobody's going to be able to save you. No amount of carnality. The scriptures say, all right? It's a lot. Isaiah, Amos, yeah. Amos 2:14. Let me get the whole. Therefore the flight shall perish from the swift, and the strong shall not strengthen his force, neither shall the mighty deliver himself, neither shall he stand that handleth the bow, and he that is swift of foot shall not deliver himself, neither shall he that rideth a horse deliver himself, and he that is courageous among the mighty shall flee away naked in that day, saith Yahweh. All right, so look, man, you can do all that. You can do whatever you want to do, man. You can do think whatever you want. You can hit 20. You can hit 200 push-ups a day. You could do the One Punch Man training regimen until your hair fall out. But you ain't gonna be able to deliver yourself in the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and you ain't gonna be able to deliver yourself from Jacob's trouble. That's why Michael the Archangel gonna have to stand up. If you could do it yourself, then you wouldn't need the Most High. But guess what? You do, because you can't do it yourself. All right. So I'm gonna finish this right. Psalm 91:15, he shall call upon me and I will deliver him. I will answer him, Salakia. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. All right. And like I read in that Esdras, okay, the righteous suffer the straight things and hope for the wide. The wicked shall suffer the straight things and yet shall not see the wide, which I believe I read that. But that's what I want to go into, basically. All right. Let me just type it in. Because that straight condition is coming. Yep. Nevertheless, this is what I wanted to read. Nevertheless, 2nd Ezra 7:18. Nevertheless, okay, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things and yet shall not see the wide. And we see the straightness coming upon the 2/3 of the house of Israel. Right, but they ain't gonna see that wide. They're not gonna be a part of the elect. They're dying for nothing. Well, they're dying for their judgment. All right, and they're not gonna be a part of the elect. They're gonna have to be reborn in the kingdom of heaven through the seed of the elect. All right. Matter of fact, it said 2nd Ezra 9:22 says, "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." You see? So there's only one cluster. There's only one little select choice section of this whole grapevine of Israel that the Lord will keep in these times. All right. And that wasn't one of them. This chick wasn't one of them. These different people that are dying wasn't one of them. And we can only hope that we're one of those, part of that cluster of that grape of the elect that are reserved for salvation. That VSOP, that select. You see? Hey, so I'm gonna end it there. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises. Call Halam Yimla, Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Raha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Hey, Lord, when this is edifying, I want to say Shalom, Wa'abah, Babal, Shalom. Keep your head up.